Welcome to your Sunday edition of Wasatch Weekends. I cannot believe it is April 9th already. Happy Easter to everyone who is celebrating the holiday today. I hope that you have a wonderful day doing so. Now we've got a great show in store for you for the next little bit of Wasatch Weekends, and you can tune in every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday starting at 7 a.m. I'm your host, Maddie Evans, and I love getting to have the opportunity to be here with you to bring you all of the great information of all of these wonderful things taking place in and around our community. Now, I had the chance to chat with Nuzzles and Co. to help you find your forever friend, and I hope you do just that with this adorable puppy that we're going to introduce you to. We're also going to introduce you to a great crafting segment where you can definitely get your craft on. But first, we're going to take a look at that local weather forecast right now.
This resort report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Are you looking to expand your family? Well, then Nuzzles & Co. has you covered, and I've got Josh and Abby joining me this morning. Good morning, guys.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
Look at how cute Abby is, and she looks like such a little love, but when she looks at the camera and her ears like fold out, it's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
It's like she's on cue. She wanted to give kisses to show how sweet she is.
I know, look
Are
at
you
her.
on the TV? Look at
Abby,
oh,
Abby,
look
look
at
over
you.
here. Oh, she's
What is
so
that?
cute.
What is
Oh
that?
my goodness. Like, she looks so relaxed and just happy in your arms right now. She's gonna be such a snuggle bug.
She's a little shy when you first meet her, and then within, I don't know, 15 minutes, this is what you get. Is a dog that wants to be in your lap, wants to be giving you kisses, wants to just be where you're at. She's following me around the room and just wants to be around someone who cares.
And she
Um,
has a really sad story, but a very happy ending because she ended up with you guys.
Yeah, she does. So she was found at a truck stop in a box with her three siblings, and they somebody who found them scooped them up, and they ended up with us. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, who would do something like that? But the reality is, it's puppy and kitten season. I recently saw a social media post where someone was like, "Hey, if you see a box or a bag in a suspicious place, like look inside of it. It could be that there's puppies or kittens in it, and people just couldn't take care of them and didn't go about something the right way." So that's how Abby got to us. And as you can see, she's amazingly sweet, and I don't expect her to stick around for very long.
I know, because look at those ears. Abby, can you look over at us? Abby, come here. Look at us. Let's see those ears. Let's see those big, huge, dopey ears. Oh my goodness. She is so cute. Hi, Abby. Oh, look at her. She's like, what are you doing? Stop adjusting me. I'm so comfortable. Now, you guys are running a great deal through the weekend for Easter Sunday. So if people would like to expand their family and to bring a puppy home, how can they do so?
So from now until Easter, starting today, we're waiving adoption fees on all animals 6 months and older. So that's cats and dogs. So it wouldn't include Abby because she's less than 6 months, but we do have a lot of sort of animals that are in that puppy stage still that are older than 6 months, that 6 to 12 months range. Some really cute fellas that you could bring home and add to your life.
Look at her sleep in
What are
your
you
arms
doing?
like that. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Now, how old is Abby?
So we're thinking again, I mean, we do best guess based on the health assessment that we make in the vet suite. She just got spayed, I think it was 2 days ago. And when they were looking at her, they're guessing she's about 3.5 months old right
Look at how sweet she is. Look at her like headbutt you and be like, wait, I want kisses. I would like all of the attention, please.
Right. She already knows how to give the cues of like, hey, could you maybe put your hand there, or could you give me a little attention, or I'll take some treats.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. And what are her siblings? Are they boys or girls?
I think there's a mix actually, and one of them, two of them went to foster homes immediately, and I think both of those foster homes are gonna adopt them. So we have her and Broadway, which is one of her siblings that are going to be at the adoption center this morning, and we'll see what happens.
Which is so incredible. And then people can just come meet a bunch of animals because you guys don't only have dogs, you have cats, you have pigs, you have other animals that people can fall in love with.
That's true. So one of the things that I've heard people talk about when they talk about rescues is, what are the obstacles for people adopting? And there's like different restrictions and things. And the reason I bring this up is we have the adoption center, which is so great. So people don't have to drive all the way to the ranch if that's too far for them. So we every day take a van full of dogs to the adoption center from noon to 5. And people can, just go to the Kimball Junction Outlet Mall and meet the dogs and play with them, meet the cats that live there in the condos. It's a pretty accessible, pretty easy place to get to. And there's meet and greet rooms. You can take a dog on a walk.
Oh my gosh, she is so cute. My heart is like melting, and she's gonna find the best forever home.
Yeah, I mean, if this isn't a perfect ad for having a puppy in your life, all the wonderful aspects of it, then I don't know what is. Hi, are you getting a
Seriously.
little wiggly now?
She's like, I kind of want to run around. I'm a puppy. Like, I just want to move, kind of, and just be snuggled a little bit. You guys do such a good job of saving so many animals. Now, you have some great opportunities for people to get involved. They can foster through you, which is one of the biggest things that a lot of rescues need help with. So let's talk about fostering.
So fostering is so important. We want to get the dogs out of the shelter. We want to show them what it's like to live in a home and experience the sights, sounds, smells, and comforts of just that. It helps socialize them in a far better way than just the people who care about them so much at the ranch, but like it's just a different experience for them at home. And we learn so much in the foster homes about their demeanor, what they're going to be like in their forever home, and then we can better talk about that. So fosters are sort of a cornerstone of the shelter experience, and it just makes everything better. So we're always looking for fosters. I know with puppy and kitten season happening, like I just did a social media post asking for fosters. So if anybody's interested, just go to our website, how we can help, and there's a place where you can fill out an application and find out more information.
And then you can foster wonderful dogs like Abby.
Yeah, I mean, one of the first things we do when we get dogs like Abby and her litter mates in, they had their sad story. They came to Nuzzles. The first thing we're doing is we're on the phone going, is there a foster family that can take this litter or some of this litter? And then we lead to foster fails, which is fosters falling in love with these animals and adopting them themselves. So in a way, as a foster, you almost get first dibs on the animals that come through here.
Oh my gosh, look at her face. Abby, hi. Hi, sweet girl. You were looking for just a second. Hi, pretty lady. Look at those ears. She's like, where are you coming from right now? Oh my gosh, she is so cute. Now, what's the process like to become a foster? Is there an application that people need to fill out?
There is an application, and that goes to our director of operations, and she'll look at it and see if are you interested in dogs, cats, mothers, puppies, kittens. What is it you're trying to get out of it? What's a good fit for us? In some cases, like we've offered it to people. Well, I mean, not in some cases. We also offer like sleepovers for locals or people on vacation who are just missing their dogs. And some people go, well, I like fostering because I travel a whole lot, and the beautiful thing about a foster is I don't have to make that forever commitment of having a puppy, but I can have a puppy for 2 weeks and then it comes back to the shelter and gets adopted. And then there she goes. And then when you're done traveling and stuff, you can come back and you can then foster another animal. So fostering is sort of like the best of both worlds if you still have the freedom to go travel and live your life, but also have the love of a puppy in your life.
Which I think is so important because I think that dogs save people's soul. I think animals save people's soul. And I love that you always wear the shirt that says that exact thing on there. And so now if people are interested in adopting a dog through you guys, or a cat or a pig, what's the adoption process like and what things do they need to be prepared for?
So we like to ask a few questions like what's your living situation? Are you in a place where you can have an animal? Like if you're a renter, does your landlord allow for pets? Um, we kind of ask questions about what kind of animal you're looking for. If you're looking for a puppy, is somebody home on a regular basis? Because puppies do have that. Or can somebody come to your house if you're at work to make sure that they're have potty breaks and make sure they have food and water and attention so that they're not left alone for a long period of time. So it's more of like an informal interview process of like, let's get to know you and find out what you're looking for and try to best suit that with what we have as far as animals looking for homes.
And then something else that you guys do that's so incredible and so important is you guys adopt these animals out, cats and dogs, with all of their medical taken care of. So they're up to date on their shots, they are microchipped, they're spayed, they're neutered, they're ready to go to their forever homes in the best condition possible.
Right. So again, we're really lucky that we have a vet suite on premises and we have an amazing team there. When we intake the animals, they do a health assessment, make sure that they're in good standing health, and if there's any problems, we make a treatment plan for it. Uh, like with the res dogs, oftentimes we're worried about things like giardia or parvo, and so they'll go through a quarantine process. And yeah, I mean, if there's dental issues, like we had some dogs that came in that were older and they had really bad teeth, and we took care of all that before they were adopted out. And that's something that can range in the thousands and thousands of dollars. And with us, like that's just covered in your adoption fee, which is not very much.
No, it's a great deal. And quite frankly, what you guys do is amazing. And the way that these animals get to be loved after spending some time with you is so wonderful. Now, we've had so many animals on with us over the course of the last few weeks. Do you have any success stories? Have any of those dogs found their forever homes? Or the kitten that we got to meet? He's not a kitten, he's a cat, but I think they're all kittens. Any success stories you can share?
Yeah, I mean the cat we had has moved on to his forever home. That was Scarf. Lola's still here. She was the one crawling on my shoulder, and Scooby's still here. But like we've been spending a lot of time with Scooby and trying to find out how mobile his leg is. And he's just like a little star. So what I need to do is just get more videos of him out there because he's so cute and so likable and just a great dog. I'm trying to remember who else we had. Yeah, like Superman was on here. Like he got adopted out. I think we're doing pretty well with the animals we bring on are getting a pretty high success rate of finding homes.
I love to hear that. It like literally is my favorite part about my job ever is when I get to hear the success stories of these animals finding their forever homes. Now you guys have some great volunteer opportunities and some great donation opportunities as well. So if people don't have the time to commit to fostering, they can come help you clean up a little bit. They can donate towels, blankets, and things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you have things like blankets or cleaning supplies that you're like, I want to do something and I can't open my home to an animal right now. Financial donations, in-kind donations, such as cleaning supplies and things, are really beneficial to us. We do a lot with very little here, so we very much rely on the kindness of others. One place we could use some donations right now is I feel like all our computers are ancient. So if anybody has gently used more recent computers or iPads, those are the kind of things that would be amazingly beneficial to us.
Which is so good to know. And if people are interested in donating something like that, what's the best approach for them to take to start that donation process?
They can either come to the adoption center with the stuff or to the ranch if they want to come to the ranch and see the operation there, or they can email me. And my email is really simple. It's just josh@nuzzlesandco.org with and spelled out. So nuzzlesandco.org.
Josh, thank you so much for giving us all this great information. Now, we just have to touch base on these pigs because I've been talking about them all morning and I love them so much. You guys have 3 potbelly pigs, correct?
Correct.
I love it
Yeah,
so much.
they mostly have been hiding because of all the snow. Like we have a nice outdoor area that's heated for them. Like it's like a nice living quarters for them, and they snuggle up together and stay really warm. And we feed them and spoil them and make sure they're happy. But come summertime or spring even, they're gonna love rooting in the mud.
I cannot wait to see that. And I'm going to try and make my way to the ranch where I can see the pigs here soon.
Sounds like a plan. I love it.
Josh, thank you again for taking the time to chat with us, introducing us to Abby, and giving us all this great information. Now, if people want to see all of the animals that you guys have available for adoption, is the website the best place for them to look?
The website where you can come visit us in person. Some of the animals, like when we first get them in and they go to foster, they don't always have a picture up on the website. So coming in, talking to us is a great way to kind of meet the animals and see things. But the website does have descriptions of the animals that we have, pictures of the animals that we have, and you're always welcome to email us or call us for more information about anything.
Josh, you're so wonderful, and what you do for our community is so amazing, so thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Make sure that you check out Nuzzles & Co. and that way you can bring home your forever friend. And right now, it is such a great deal to get out there and adopt a beautiful little furry friend before Easter, so definitely check that out. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Time to talk about salmon. Anti-inflammatory foods. They help your body stay healthy. They fight against disease. Of course, fatty fishes are a perfect anti-inflammatory food. And salmon is one of the healthiest things that you can eat. So we're going to put a little bit of olive oil in our pan. People get nervous about cooking fish, but I'm going to tell you something. It's super easy. The key is buy a good piece of fish and don't overcook it. And season it. Remember, we're talking about zucchini fritters again. We're talking about how you have to season things nicely. Like, look at how much seasoning I'm going to put on this. I'm going to definitely cover it with a lot of salt and pepper. And I'm also going to get like all these little pieces right here. Like, don't forget about that. Whenever I'm grilling steak or something like that, I make sure I get all the edges. The skin is still on it. So what we're going to do right now is put this flesh side down in the pan. Wait. My pan needs to be a little hotter, so I'm just going to make sure my olive oil is all in there. I want to hear a sizzle when I put it in the pan. And look at that, though. That's a nice piece of fish. Now, what they say when you are looking for fish, when you're buying it, you want to find a piece of fish that doesn't smell like fish. So if you walk up and you're like, ew, that stinks, don't buy it. You also want to make sure it has a nice flesh. Like, see how that's really firm? That's what you want. Okay, we've got a little bit of a warmer pan here, so I'm going to put that fish right down like that, skin side up. We will flip it over. It will not take very long. I put a cold piece of fish in a warm pan, so I'm going to turn the pan up just a little tiny bit. We are going to make an orange avocado blueberry salsa to go on top of the salmon. So see how I'm just pulling that off? It could ripen up another day, but we're using it today. So this is how you do it. You cut around the pit, the seed in the middle, and then you cut like this. This is the perfect way to peel an avocado, and this is how you get most of the nutritional value. You peel it like a banana, right? How many times have you tried to scoop it out with a spoon and it just hasn't worked out? This is how you do that. You peel this like a banana, and then we have a nice avocado. So, and look, I like the firmness of this. If I was making avocado toast, I would be disappointed that it was that firm, but since we're putting it in a salsa, I like it. Okay, so we're just cutting those up into nice little pieces, the kind of the same size as the blueberries. So I'm gonna get those in my bowl for salsa. The fish is cooking up nicely. I can hear it kind of sizzling, which is what you want. I'm gonna put a bunch of just whole blueberries. And like I said, blueberries are so good right now and so good for you. So we're gonna put equal amounts of blueberries and avocado in there. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper, because I love my salt and pepper. Gotta have it on everything. I really like spice, so we are putting some jalapeno in there. We'll mince this up really small. Depending on how spicy you want it, take the seeds out if you don't want it that spicy. Keep the seeds in if you do want it spicy. A lot of people claim that if you roast your jalapeno first, then it's going to be even more spicy. And you know what? I kind of believe it because I really like to roast those. Okay, that's too much. We're going to do about 1 part. So 2 parts blueberries, 2 parts avocado, 1 part zucchini. And of course, we'll have the real recipe because nobody likes it when I tell them parts. And then we're going to add some orange. Orange and salmon go so nicely together. I'm going to put a little bit of the orange juice right in there because why waste that delicious juice? And then I'm going to segment this orange. So when you segment an orange, you just do like this, get everything out of there. This is a good orange. I'm kind of surprised though because oranges are usually a winter time fruit, but this one is juicy and delicious and smells really good. Okay, and then we're going to segment it like that. So we're going to do that all the way around just to keep the membrane out. This is a delicate way to enjoy an orange. All right, moving on over here. Got to get the orange off my hands. If you're flipping your fish or your steak or anything that you're cooking in your pan or on your grill and it doesn't want to flip, it's like stuck a little, give it another minute. You want all those juices. Oh, this one's ready. See that? There we go. And it's starting to cook. I can see that it's still pretty firm. We're going to cook it skin side down now because that is going to make the skin cook and then it'll easily come off. All right, so we've got some orange in there and some jalapeno, some blueberries, starting to get a little messy over here, some blueberries and some avocado. Now I'm going to put a little mint in there. This is actually the only plant that I grow. All right, so we'll put a little mint in there. We've got a little bit of the juice from the orange in there. And now I'm going to add a little more salt and pepper. I know I added some before, but I'm adding a little more. And then I'm going to add just a tiny bit of rice wine vinegar, just to give it that acidic flavor, taking it off the heat, skin side down. Now that's a sockeye salmon. So there's different kinds of salmon. So you get king salmon, sockeye salmon, coho, and pink. Most of the time we get sockeye. Sockeye is a delicious fish as well, and it's red. It's from the Copper River in Alaska, and that river is like 300 miles long, and these fish have to swim upstream forever. So they're big, they're meaty, they're delicious, and they're really healthy for you, high in omega-3s and good food for anti-inflammatory eating. And then there's coho, and coho you can find as well, and that's kind of like sockeye coho is just a little bit below that, but it's still very delicious. Okay, there we go. We have our salmon. See, this is how I do it. I like just kind of touch it. See how it's firm like that? That means it's nice and done. Sockeye salmon with anti-inflammatory salsa on it. Go out there, cook, eat healthy, and enjoy yourself. Thanks for joining us.
This resort report is brought to you by Sun & Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Thank you so much for tuning into your Sunday edition of Wasatch Weekends. We love getting to be here for you all weekend long, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, starting at 7 a.m. And so thank you so much for tuning into this special Easter edition. I hope that you fell in love with that puppy the same way I fell in love with that puppy, and you make your way over to Nuzzles & Co. and you bring her home to be a part of your family forever. I am so surprised, again, that we are 9 days into April. It feels like the ski season has flown by. There's still some days left for you to get out there and enjoy the wonderful mountains that we have around us. So make sure that you get out there and you enjoy them while you still can. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and I'll see you on Friday.
you.